Happy Wednesday to everybody. Listen, today we are talking about public education. The question is today, should public education be the ones to teach our children financial literacy? I got involved in a chat earlier this week and somebody tagged me in and they said all schools, especially high schools, should teach our children financial literacy. And so I wanted to talk about that today. And we're waiting for Corey to come on. Mr. Ruffin's here. I'm here. And
So we just getting right to the slander, huh?
it's the only way to do it, man. But
Hey man, listen, I mean, I was waiting for a better hook, but I digress.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all I got to tell the truth. But again, the question is, who should be in charge of teaching our babies about money? Would you rather the school district do it, or would you rather do it? I think it should be in the home. But what do you say, Jimmy?
I'll put it this way, right? I've actually changed my opinion on this. So I used to actually fight to try to get it in schools, but considering how schools teach history, considering how all the things I'm seeing that's happening within the schools in terms of textbooks being not being able to be read and all that,
Banned,
right? So I understand that the people's belief that it should be in schools because it's such an important topic. But at the end of the day, the way they teach history, I don't know if I would want them teaching it. Because again, we live in a system that's dominated by capitalism or capitalistic society. So the way they would teach it would be teaching them how to be consumers. I say all that to say that it has to be taught in the home or in the community. That's my belief.
yeah, and I'm glad you said that because that's my biggest thing, right? The history, we know history's messed up. So what are they going to teach the babies when we say who's the richest man ever to walk on the planet Earth? It's not going to be Mansa Musa. It'll probably be somebody with pale skin. And then not to mention, the consumerism aspect. That's a problem to me. That's a problem to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it would be, right? Considering, we know what it is. We know what it is. So that's exactly what it would be.
Right, right. But some people think that's a good thing. But I guess my question is if, to me, financial literacy doesn't need to be taught in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Financial literacy should be taught at home or in the community.
Yeah.
If they can't do literacy, reading.
Yeah, actual literacy, yeah.
Like actual literacy, why do we think they can do financial literacy?
Good point, right? But again, like I said, this is something that I've done a 180 on because years and years ago, I literally was on the front lines trying to get this to put in the curriculum. In fact, I went so far as to actually got a meeting with the school district of Philadelphia. And then what I realized after the meeting was they were just doing this to appease. All right, matter of fact, I got a funny for you. I know you're gonna find some slander in this.
No slander, no slander.
So I was trying to get a meeting with the school district for years. I couldn't get a meeting, right? But I'm a well-connected man in the city. So I reached out to a gentleman who made one phone call and got me a meeting with the whole board of the school district. And they heard my proposal out, had me come in there, do a presentation and all that. And they told me how smart I was and, they were going to get back and, hit me with the matter of fact, I'm going to send you the picture right now. I actually have a picture from that day.
Oh, God.
No, because it's years ago. First of all, I look very young in the picture. But the other part about it is when you see the gentleman who got me the meeting, you may have some jokes about that, too.
Oh boy!
But I'm willing to share with you just to.
You gonna put it on the screen? You gonna put it on the summer jam?
Listen, I'm willing to share with you just so you can get your jokes off. I just sent it to you on WhatsApp. I literally just sent it to you on WhatsApp. That's the day that is the day that I got the meeting with the school district because this gentleman has so much juice in the city. He was like, "I love what you're doing." He saw me speak and was like, "I love what you're doing. I'm gonna get you the meeting." He made one phone call. And this is crazy. At the time,
I ain't got no jokes. I ain't got no
jokes. You don't? Okay, all right. I thought you had jokes.
Can we share it?
You can share it. I don't care. It's public.
I ain't got no joke for that.
But the funny part about it is, at the time, this gentleman had so much juice. He picked up the phone and was like, "I'm gonna walk you in there." And in fact, the picture that we're taking is in front of the school district building. All right. Yeah. He walked me in there.
I mean, it's funny. I don't know if you saw my
This is before everything else.
Well, no, it actually wasn't.
Well, no. It was. I mean, it's before we knew. How about that? It's before we knew.
It's before we knew. Well, actually, that's not true either. But you and I might have not known, but many
There you
others
go.
did.
There you go.
Yeah. I listen. I have a. All right. So I don't want to. I don't want to spoil this. I want to see what the comment section has to say. I want to see what the people and the audience have to say. But I don't have nothing, honestly.
No, honestly, I told you I'm gonna let you get the bar. I'm willing to share because I was thinking about that as we were having this conversation. I'm like, I actually got a meeting with the school district about getting financial literacy in the school district, and I was only able to get the meeting because of you
That
know,
person.
this person who we're going to share the picture that walked me in there to get me the meeting. But the fact is, it still never came through. They were just appeasing him by having the meeting with me. That's all it was. But
That
at the end,
happens too. That
yeah,
happens too.
but at the end of the day, it still was a good experience, though. You know what I mean? Because he saw my oratory skills and was like, "I got to get you in there." So it is what it is.
I mean, listen, I ain't, hold on, y'all. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I ain't got no picture with this dude.
Listen, man, a lot of legends from the city, like Joe Frazier was a client of mine, right?
We've talked about it. I mean, I
Yeah.
actually wanted to talk about that, but you said no. And I get it. I get it. I get it. But yeah, how many,
You know,
how many, how many pieces of, how many boxing gyms did you sell, Uncle Joe?
listen, man. All I'm saying is a lot of legends in Philly, like legends respect legends. That's all. I keep it that. You know what I mean? Keep it that way.
Okay. I ain't mad at
I
that.
mean, listen, I'm working with you. You a legend in Philadelphia, man.
Not at all. Not at all.
To the mummers, you are.
A lot of mummers hate me, but I don't, yeah. Those days are over. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Trying to stoke that fire again. You gonna re-release the block?
Listen, man. Listen, I don't do nothing for cat. I don't do nothing for show. I mean, if I do it, I really mean it, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Hey,
That's how
listen,
I'm
man.
phrased. And I still, that argument that I made, that taxpayer dollars should not go to the humiliation of black people. I still agree with that to this day. To
Listen,
this day.
I'm not mad at you, man. Listen, man. So, so I'm only sharing this so Kamar can get his jokes off. But it's a true story, right?
I mean, I kind of got a pudding pop joke, but I really don't have any
No,
jokes.
this is a true story, right? So this picture we're taking, we're in front of the school district building. We're in front of the school district building, and he walked me into the school district building to allow me to get a meeting to talk about putting financial literacy in the Philadelphia school district. And I was like banging on their door, making phone calls for, like I told you, literally a couple years, and couldn't get no meeting until he heard me speak at a different event and was like, "I'll walk you in there. Meet me here at this date." So we met up at that date. He walked me right there, and I got a meeting with the whole board. So, you know,
That's dope.
that's my Cosby story right there. Like he had that kind of juice back then. I mean, maybe he still does, but back then he get stuff done in the city, boy. Like everybody took his phone call.
Listen, look at that T-shirt, baby. I mean, that sweatshirt that says it all. Temple TU. You know.
Jarrell said I look Samoan in the pic. Listen, I've been accused of being everything, man. The Dominican, Samoan, Mexican. It is what it is, man.
All right, so let's talk to a couple people before we get into this commentary a little bit deeper. Hey, Miss Edie, how are you?
Hey, Miss Edie, how are you?
All right, Still Rock says I don't think it hurts. All right, welcome. By the
What
way,
up, Still Rocks?
that's the horns for both you and Miss Edie. All right, Miss Edie says EYL teaches at 10 high schools in the Bronx.
Yeah, I saw it on Rashad's social media that they do a joint in the Bronx. It's dope. I mean, listen. Again, my
I hope
overall
they don't
opinion
allow
is what it is.
swimmers in. I'm just saying, All right, Miss Edie says, I think it should be responsibility of the family, but you must have the mindset and capacity. I agree with that as well. All right, what up, Jarrell? Jarrell, I saw you like that video I put up.
Jarrell was really good.
All right, he said, what's up, y'all? It would probably benefit them more of if they learn at home first. All right, probably benefit them more if they learn at home first. Sorry, y'all. All right, Still Rock says, some of the best beers in the game right now. No, that's Corey and Jimmy. Not me. I'm struggling over here. Would it be good to have more than one school of thought? I know it'll be some watered down stuff, of course, at the home is best. Um, I I mean, I said what I said. I have a problem with public school in general because, again, one, a lot of times it doesn't work, and that's not to put anything on the teachers, right? The system in itself is broken. A lot of babies come to school without food. There's a lot of broken families, right? I know a lot of people have all this angst and talk down and this anger towards the youth, but they never stop to say, well, damn, a lot of them ain't got parents. A lot of them ain't got food. A lot of them ain't got a way to wash their ass.
Man,
But we
listen,
got
I was just
all
talking to you.
the slander.
I was just talking to you yesterday about how I'm reading the Drop Jewelry book now by the GOAT, Jaquavis.
Shout out to Jaquavis. Hold
And
on.
he has a part in there where he's talking about how many fights he got into at school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was saying that, like, in retrospect, it was because his mother was on drugs and there was nothing he could do about it at home. He couldn't tell her to stop. He couldn't, like, fight or deal or anything. So the way he lashed out is when he got to school, the first time somebody said something sideways, he was swinging. But it
And
really
not only was she on drugs, she was also selling her body.
yeah,
So
but
for a
the thing
young
is,
boy,
but the point is, he was like, the people that were, on the other side of that, it really had nothing to do with them. It's just that was the only way he can get his anger out was
correct.
to act out in school, right? So,
But I was going to say, just imagine a young boy seeing his mom doing those things, and that's building up even more anger than just the drugs.
mhm.
And so, yeah, he's lashing out. He's lashing out.
So I think about that when we talk about the idea of, it's quick and it's easy to say, I guess it should be in the home, but everybody's home is not in a situation where, that could happen. So I do get how maybe it should be a little bit of it in the school, like just the basic things, because, I don't even know what that is anymore, right? I don't even know what that is. I was talking to one of the kids at the camp this past week because, I was passing around like a roll sheet for them to sign in. And one of the kids' handwriting was just so atrocious, so I was just messing with him, and we were talking about like stuff like handwriting and writing checks and stuff. And he was like, "What do you mean write a check? What's writing a check?" And I was
Now,
like,
see, if I would have said that, you would have scorched earth me.
"Okay, yeah." So
What's up, Core?
Yo, what's really good, y'all? Yeah,
I mean, listen, you are the teacher here. You are the resident expert. We got to hear from you on this.
yeah. I don't want schools to touch this. Maybe just the math part. But I see how schools teach history. I see how schools teach social studies in general, and they're going to muff the. They're gonna jack it all up. I don't want schools touching it. It's really better the way it is right now, where you have independent contractors doing it and coming into the schools where they getting the information. Because if the schools, if the schools build a curriculum around it, it's got to be, the government got to approve it, and you see what our government do. So I don't want no parts of that. No thanks.
yeah, I want to shout out. Rachel. I saw her in the chat. I don't know if she's still here, but Rachel does
Damn,
amazing
that's
work.
what I was going to mention too, right? Because
Rachel does amazing work in the
amazing
schools.
work.
And for those who don't know who Rachel Hannibal is, just do your Googles. Rachel Hannibal is an actual legend, and she's in our chat. She's an award-winning financial educator. Let's put some respect on her name.
And a best-selling author.
Best-selling author. As a
Yep.
matter of fact, she's the 2025, award-winning financial educator. So I want to put some respect on her name because she's out here in the trenches doing the work in the school. So that should be acknowledged.
But I mean, listen, man, I'm like Kendrick. I am a hater, right? Because I don't want the independent contractors doing it. I don't want the teachers to do it. I only want people who are serious about this work. Because if you only approach it from a superficial level or a super basic level, you're not going to really do the job that it deserves. And I don't see how you talk about money, especially for black kids, without talking about the environment and race and everything else that goes along with it. Because those are many of the things that are impacting the money.
So it's interesting
Redlining
you
is
say
a
that.
thing.
Interesting you say that. I was, I talk often with our brother Akil Parker, and he has a specific way that he teaches mathematics, which is
Yes,
kind
he
of
does.
what you're talking about, right? But if you're looking for that, then it's going to be difficult because those things you're talking about wrapping up within the financial education affect everything outside. It affects the way we learn science, the way we learn English, the way we learn everything. So that's already not a part of the curriculum. So why would it be specific to financial education?
But again, this is through the lens of Black people. That's our audience. That's what I
Corey,
am.
you good, bro?
Eating chicken.
I don't know what he's doing, but all I see is his hand. Like, yo, I don't know what you doing, bro. But
it look like he ordering something.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, man. But
it's like 400 people checking into this hotel right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, good. You can take y'all screen until you can, get it together. Because all I see is Corey like this. Corey, what you on like this?
But I mean, like Kendrick says, I'm the biggest hater because again, Kendrick hates when people play with hip hop. I hate when people play with financial education because honestly, if y'all know me, I really don't like the term financial literacy because money is not something you just get literate at. You're supposed to be masterful at it, right? Again, you don't got to be on Wall Street. You don't got to be a banker. You don't got to be an accountant, but you should be able to understand what it is when you put money in the bank. You should understand what it is when it takes out a loan. You should understand, right? Yeah, there's certain things you just got to know. And again, I do believe the cultural piece is everything.
Yeah, man. Listen, you got it. Listen, man. Let the plug eat first. My fault. I'm sorry. Come on, as you can tell. As you could tell, I've been deep in my studies of reading right now. So.
Of Mr. Malice and Mr. Pusher.
No, that comes from Drop Jewelry though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he did say that. Yes.
Yes, that comes from the book Drop. By the way, I tell you, listen, Jaquavius Coleman is my favorite author in the world, and he wrote a book called Drop Jewelry. So I just been reading that all week.
Actually, I would recommend.
Speaking of books, Jim.
What's that?
Core, I didn't forget about you, bro. You gave me a book that I'm on I'm like searching different continents. I don't know. Nobody got that joint, bro. I'm still looking though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it out to the village because some people in the village be having these wild bookstores too. Maybe there's folks watching now. Maybe people that are watching live now can help us find this book.
What's the book, Jim?
Core is looking for this book. He sent it to me, and I was looking at all kinds of places. And let me get the name of the book now and the author. I can't find it.
It's by Sekou Touré. It's the
Strategy and Tactics of the Revolution by Ahmad Sekou Touré. So it's called Strategies and Tactics of the Revolution. So the book is like out of print. Only one person has it on Amazon, but they're charging like $500 for it. It's a very difficult book to track down, and I've been looking for it and can't find it. And the other part about it is someone else has written a different book called Strategy and Tactics of the Revolution, something else, but it's not this specific one Corey's looking for. The one he's looking for is by Ahmad Sekou Touré. So, Strategies and Tactics of the Revolution. If anybody in the chat knows any old school bookstores anywhere online that we can find that book, please let me or Corey know because Corey's been trying to search this book.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah. So I can't find the book though, So I told you, Kamar, I finished the book, Black Capitalist. I have a lot of issues with it that we can talk about that in a different video.
Yes, we can definitely get at it.
But I finished that.
Love the book.
I finished reading that book. I don't know about loving it, but I did finish reading that book. So now I'm on to the next book. I'm on to Drop Jewelry. So,
okay.
With that being said, getting back to the topic.
Hold up. If anybody's wondering what that book is about, it's about New Guinea not taking the money.
I think
it's about New Guinea not taking French money and getting blackballed by the governments around the world.
I was going to say they didn't take the money. We know what comes after that.
Yeah, they got the economic sanctions and all of that. My man Ahmad Sekou Touré said, we would rather be poor and free than rich and indebted. And I need that book bad.
That's like the question we asked last week.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Corey, were you here?
For what?
That question I asked last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here.
Corey wanted to be 100. I was on an island, man.
Listen, my man Ahmad Sekou Touré said, we would rather be poor and free than rich and in debt. And I said, as soon as I heard that, I needed that book because I saw an interview that he was doing. Again, I was in my little rabbit hole, and I came across him, and that's what made me want the book.
But can
So
you
yeah,
imagine somebody teaching from that book? Because that's a financial literacy book. That's a Black financial literacy book.
it is, which is why I want it.
Well,
But my question is, do you think any school district would ever pick that up? Probably
no.
not.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Whoa! Where the bleep button at?
We don't need no blue button. Let's keep it
Listen,
all the way
man.
real.
The honorable Daddy O said, "If I got a die to be free, then I guess it got to be because I've never been a sucker." See, that's from the honorable Daddy O at Stetsasonic, but I
All right,
digress.
shout out to Stetsasonic, the first hip hop band.
Stat Troop 88, but I digress. No, they're not gonna teach
That's
from
not
that.
true.
No. They are the first hip hop band. Yes, they are.
Oh,
I'm not. But what I was saying is they would never teach from that book. They're going to teach from Sally has 2 quarters. Sally gives John one of her quarters. How many quarters does Sally have left?
But I
Yeah, we
think
don't want.
it's known by this point, right? When there's relevance to things, children tend to learn it better. Is that correct, Corey? Is that incorrect?
That's 100% correct. Which is why we can teach kids in 5 weeks what it would take them 6 months to learn or years to learn from somewhere else. We teaching them basically, we giving them a college level course in 15 hours. We're
So
giving
they
them
should learn from this book. Here's the book you learn from right here, right? This is I'm sorry.
cultural competency is everything in learning because people learn from who, like, it's hard for me to learn from somebody that I don't look like or care about, for me personally, so I can understand where the kids are coming from.
So come on,
Like,
get to the comments. We got some comments in here that I want to make sure we get to.
Yep, I'm getting at them now. What up, Kay? All right, Miss Edie says the community partners teaching. I believe she's referring to EYL.
Okay, that's dope.
All right, I love that picture. I think you said makes sense.
Oh, the picture, yeah, of the doc welcoming me into the school district. I don't know if Corey was around to get his jokes off. He
I don't know if that was the one she was talking about or this one.
No, come on, man.
What?
Oh, the other one you shared. You shared what you shared the Malcolm joint.
Yeah. Gotta keep it cultural.
But I do think she was talking about my picture though, because she said it makes sense when I explained that picture and how I got that meeting.
Well, let her speak for herself. Let her speak for herself. All right.
Man, you know what it is. You just wanted to share your artwork again. That's all that was.
Stop hating, man. Stop hating, man.
I see the Baba Mar on the sleeve, dog.
Stop hating,
Slick.
man.
You're not slick. You're not slick, beloved.
It's on all my stuff. It ain't nothing to be slick. It's a known tag. It's a known thing.
Hey, Corey again, finger banging his phone.
Oh God.
yo, easy, young Jeezy.
Jerome said, "What's good, y'all? It will probably benefit the babies more if they learned at home first, in my opinion."
Yeah, I think that came up twice. All right,
Hey,
what up,
Nicole?
The honey hustler.
The honey hustler's in the building.
Nicole, thank you for your contribution on Saturday. You were amazing, and we need to have you back.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the honey hustler came to the camp, and she showed out, and the babies loved her. So, thank you, Rachel.
Oh shucks, Rachel said I was a legend. Oh man, I might believe her. I can't believe Jimmy. I know he said it, but
Oh, first of all, I called you a legend, which is why she said that. So you can't even take. I give you a compliment, and you somehow make it slander.
Yeah, because all you do is slander me. That's all you do.
So I said, Corey, I literally said, Camari, yo, you're a legend, and he says I'm slandering him.
Because I don't believe you. You're Mr. Ruffin. Your name's Mr. Ruffin. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. But okay. Yep, Dr. Cosby is in the building. Listen, I know what he did was terribly wrong, but for me, Dr. Cosby's still a legend. He's done a lot of other things too. I don't believe that can be written off.
Every time you say that, I think about something that Ernest once said. Ernest said that. I know you look. I know you're making a face. I'm gonna tell you what he said though.
Oh boy.
He said he was like sometimes, he said he was talking about like sometimes black men. He said they go bald like fairly young, right? He was like, and some of these people I can't tell whether they're past 40 or not. He said, but how I find out is I asked them how do they feel about Dr. Cosby. He said, and their response will tell me how old they are.
Yeah, because those people past 40 actually look at the work that Cosby did. I mean, he did do work.
But I don't even know if it's about the work. I feel like it's his impact, and specifically with the Cosby Show. I mean, let's just keep it real. We all grew up watching it, right?
But listen, I
So
grew up watching the Fat Albert, the Cosby Show.
but what he was saying is like, in his point, which is funny because every time I see you say that, I'm like, maybe it's something to his theory. That's his theory. But when you talk to younger kids who didn't grow up watching the Cosby Show, they don't care about none of that. All right,
KD
so
says, do you have a pic with FDMG hugged up with Dr. Umar like this?
so here's what I will tell you, K Diggy. No comment, right? Because I somehow have a picture with a lot of folks that
Why there's no comment?
because man, we're not in front of FDMG.
You
We're
love
not
Dr. Umar.
we're not in front of FDMG, but we may or may not be in front of Black and Nobel. But I digress. The old Black and Nobel on Erie Avenue. I got pictures with what's Kamari's man? Boyce. I got pictures with Jay Morris. Yeah, I got pictures with some wild folks, bro.
Let's stay on topic, man. Please, let's stay on topic.
He asked the question.
He didn't ask about none of them other. He asked about.
I'm just saying they all fall in the same.
He asked you about a guy from.
All right, no comment then, no comment.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
All right. Darren, how are you?
I got plenty of pictures with Camari, man. So you got to stay on the straight and narrow, man. Because if you end up doing something nefarious, I'm in real trouble.
Listen, if I do something nefarious, no, I'm being framed, and I'm about to be done like Epstein. But nobody wants to talk about Epstein anymore. But that's a whole other thing. What up, Anthony?
I don't know about that. That's all they talk about in my timeline is Epstein.
No, but the boy basically said they had a file, then somehow the file disappeared, and now he's like, all they want to talk about is Epstein. What about Texas? Yeah, whatever. They are hilarious. All right. Miss Edie says they're teaching at churches. Some classes are free and others charge a nominal fee. Okay.
I taught at some churches here in Philly.
Yeah. All right. Everyone is discussing finances now, which is positive.
So I got something to say about that too, right?
Parker, how are you, man?
That's a state rep right there, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Hey.
She does real work too with real people.
Hey, how are you, Miss Parker? That's the state rep in our state of Pennsylvania. But I got a point about that, right? Because you would think that everybody's talking finances because a lot of times we're in our bubble and we're on social media, so our circle is talking finances. And
right.
But when you get outside of that bubble, everybody still ain't talking finances.
But here's the thing: even when they are talking finances, they're not talking finances. They're talking about consumerism. They're talking about materialism. They're not talking about wealth building and generational wealth or legacy. Those things are different.
Okay.
I mean, that's all I got. That's all I got. All right, Anthony says this Friday is my birthday. All right, happy birthday. I feel like there's a joke coming.
I'm not sure what he said. He said this Friday is his birthday.
And
he's giving a gift of taking my lady out of a bind. He didn't say take her out. He said taking her out of a bind.
Oh man, it's not Friday. Man. It's not Friday.
Yo.
All right, Anthony,
hey, yo.
His name is Nate.
Rachel says it should be both at home and at school, but taught by actual personal finance instructors that are certified. So that are the right people.
All right, I see certified. Certified by who?
Right.
The streets. No, I mean maybe there should be some.
And this is why I have a problem with it. How I was being taught, right? Because if the state is certifying it, then I understand that we want professionals teaching it, but like state certification sometimes, man, like especially around education. Jesus Christ, man.
It comes with some caveats. Now you're going to have them pass like a standardized test or something. Leave it out of the schools.
That's what Robin says. Financial fitness. Listen, I say we need functional finance. And those things are different.
So okay. Rachel, pull up on Saturday. Let's go.
And by the way,
you're not going to pull up on us.
You're going to be working with us. We are family. We are family.
That's right.
What's up, Rap? All right, what up, Brandy?
Hey, Brandy.
Brandy says you try thrift books.
I want to shout out Brandy too, man. Brandy is important, man. Because Brandy,
Brandy, getting at it.
Listen, not only that, Brandy from on a personal level, Brandy checked on me, and it's definitely appreciated. So Brandy's, it's love. So I want to make sure I shout out Brandy. Brandy's good. That's family.
Shout out
Brandy
to
is
Brandon.
family.
Shout out
You
to
said, have
Brandon.
you tried thrift books? So do they have an online like joint you can find?
We might have to go to Uncle Bobby's or Harriet's to start there.
Man, yeah. Corey asking for like a artifact and whatnot.
Nah, but that book sounds
Listen, man.
like
I need to read the true scholars on the situation. People
I
who
hear you,
actually
but no,
rejected that money.
yo, it's literally on Amazon right now. Somebody's selling it for a nickel. I was like, damn.
all right. So Anthony says, I agree. You can't wealth to us properly. You can't teach us properly without giving our youth proper context. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Shout out to Carter G. Woodson, etc., etc., etc. What up, Jiggy?
Yo, what up, though? Detroit's in the building.
Brandy says, "Oh, that's not true." What's not true?
Probably something you
She's
said.
talking about the educational piece. He said you can teach without the cultural competency.
Oh, I don't know. Probably something Kamari said though.
Miss Edie says, "Sorry, Jimmy. Kamari's picture. I'm just saying.
So you're just using that as the opportunity to put the picture back up.
Listen, man. Listen. This is the honorable minister, brother minister, El Hosbley Shabazz, who talked about wealth all the time.
So
Is that going to be in a curriculum at a school?
Yeah, but all right, I'm not gonna get into the Malcolm capitalist thing because that's going to lead into a whole other thing. I just also want to tell you that you gave you gave Malcolm a straight taper fade in that joint. I don't know if I ever rocked that.
Listen, man, you gotta modernize it a little bit.
But I digress, man.
All right, so Brandy says the parents got to learn it first, y'all. Brandy, while I agree in theory, practically it ain't gonna happen. Parents will ask me in a heartbeat, Kamari, what I got to do to get my kids to learn finance? I say, have you tried to learn? They be like, no, it's too hard. It's too late.
Look, shout out to the parents in our camp who, like, especially the one last week, the brother was like, yo, I'm learning with my kid. I'm sitting here every weekend, I'm learning with my kid, right? So, it's never too late for one, but she's not wrong. Parents do have to learn it. I mean, it's difficult for someone to get at home.
Should. That's the real G code.
But that's my point about saying it's a cop-out kind of to say it should be taught in the house because, man, some of these houses here, they don't know it. How can you teach something you don't know, for one? For two, when you got all kinds of other things going on in the home, it'll be very difficult. So that's why I said it probably has to be some sort of hybrid approach, or the community itself has to step up and do what they got to do.
I mean, I think what Rachel do is the best possible solution right now.
Listen, Brandy as well. Brandy's in the school.
By the way, because Brandy was out here talking about wills, the importance of wills. And damn, I was like, Brandy, I wish I would have known you when we had the event because we needed you there because we need more people to get their damn wills.
True.
When is the last day of camp, Jimmy?
August 2nd is the last Saturday. So we got 3 more Saturdays left. We got this Saturday coming up and then 2 more after that.
So the days that's the 19th, then the 26th, and the 2nd, correct?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Anthony says if people can love big meats, then we can love Bill Cosby, even if we criticize his flaws.
I'll tell you one thing. Bill Cosby carried himself better coming home. Never mind. That's no need for that. Let's just keep it moving.
Bill Cosby wasn't away as long either as big meat.
Some people, man, listen, man. Some people just love the spotlight too much,
All right, Megan says Jimmy turning heels today.
No, I'm still a baby face, not the heel. I'm not the heel. I'm still a baby face right now. That's wrestling talk for those who don't know.
All right, so Brandy says it's a requirement for my school for seniors. All right, that's dope. Nice.
It is because I was there when they put it up together. When they put it together, so I know she ain't lying about that.
All right, Ryan says yes. Yep, he's right. Who's right, Brian?
I am.
All right, Ryan says it is Jews that invented this. It's called redlining, writing, and arithmetic.
Reading? How you get redlining out of reading, dog?
Oh, okay, but either way, I'm still thrown off because how did Jews invent reading, writing, and arithmetic?
That's a whole different conversation. But put the glasses on.
Okay.
I'm thinking again.
I
He
do
will
know
have to
that.
explain himself. What I'm thinking is maybe he's talking about the curriculum that's going into schools.
Okay, maybe.
It's not called banking, financing, investing.
Again, I don't know what you mean. Read that, Jim.
All right. It is all bullcrap. Is why people drop out of school and become millionaires. He's talking about like the curriculum that's put in schools. He's saying it's all bullcrap.
Yeah, but what's the percentage of people that drop out of school to become millionaires? Can we talk about that?
That's true too, right? Because there are more millionaires with college degrees than without. But it's I guess the funny thing is though, that's what's interesting about how media likes to tell the stories of the dropouts that have been successful, but they don't tell you the other side, right? Statistically speaking, when you drop out, you're less likely to have success when you drop out.
Because you have less earning opportunities.
This is true, right? Corey was on it. That's why I was saying not true about it. Got you.
All right.
That's why certain people have their own schools.
Should be censoring.
I'm just saying, man. I
I mean, but all right, but even those group of people that you just mentioned, they're still poor. I mean, statistically speaking. Let me back up. I was talking about one half, the latter half. So I don't know what the correlation is saying that they have their own schools.
It's funny though because the world is poor. At the end of the day, the world is poor, right?
Yes.
And I think a lot of times
Like,
we
people don't understand how poor the world really
yeah, we
is,
don't want to deal
man.
in real facts, right? Because so for instance, I always people always are quick to talk about like certain Asian cultures and how they're succeeding and all that, but a lot of them are poor too, statistically speaking.
And like poor.
Right, because what tends to happen is, and again, this is a symptom of the system that we live in. Like everything flows to a small group of people, and that goes to every different culture. But we don't really deal in that. I was reading the other day that if you have 500,000, right, liquid, that puts you in the 1% in the world. So we have people out here with billions. We have people out here with millions, multi-millions, 10 million, 5 million. Kamari about 15 million, whatever it may be.
Listen, from
But
your mouth to God's ears, baby. Let's
but
have
but
it.
but all it takes literally if you have 500,000, you're in the
Half of them.
top 1% in the world, right?
But you know what? I talk about that, Jim. People don't want to talk about the world. They only want to say they care about the United States and their immediate surroundings.
Hey, listen, but the thing is, like you can practice geo arbitrage. We know people that do it, like who say, "Look, I know that in the U.S. I stand here, but I got half an M. I can go move somewhere else and live like a king." Here's another thing: if you have like 50K, that puts you in the top. It was like 13%. Kamar gonna keep sharing this picture, dude.
Oh, listen, man, this is gold right here. You were the legend, dog. Forget what the people say.
Yeah, you're funny, man.
Just
That
don't
picture,
post the pictures of
that
R. Kelly and Puffy. We don't need it.
you say what?
We don't need the pictures of R. Kelly and Puffy, though.
I don't have a picture with R. Kelly. I do got a picture with Diddy and Big, but we leave that.
Oh, all right. Well, we need that because of big.
No, we don't.
Because of big. Come on, man.
Anyway, back at Howard University, by the way, this is before they were
That must have been homecoming.
yeah, back in like 96.
All right, so Brandy says, I made that point because people keep saying it should be taught at home. How if they don't know, right? So again, in theory, well, people got to realize that there's a difference between theory and application. There's a difference. All right, Robin says, you won't be allowed to teach wealth in schools. However, you can teach alternative finance and fiscal responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but how can you teach one without the other? Because again, anybody can become wealthy. Anybody can become a millionaire. We talk about it all the time.
Can I know?
You don't believe so?
That's a good question. What's the data say? Can anybody become a millionaire?
All right,
well, I guess here's the thing. In theory, yes, anybody can.
Right.
But again, theory and practice are two different things, right? Most people aren't willing to do what it takes to become one because again, it also depends upon your situation, right?
What's your mindset?
some of us are born in a lucky sperm club, right? And that includes myself. I'm privileged, right?
Hey yo,
That's the truth.
that deserves a pause. That didn't get a
Not
pause.
necessarily. It wasn't really, geared
I
towards
don't
any
never say it like
specific
that, but you always tell me I got a
any
pause.
specific gender. What I'm saying is like we all like I gotta recognize even my privilege, right? I was born in a 2-parent household with the I had a leg up. And I only say that because when you start to do work in certain environments, you realize that damn, I am privileged, right? So
That's
it's hard for me to say, considering some of the things I've seen, live life experience that anybody can become. Now, in theory, I guess you're right.
All right, so Nicole says I want to join by Zoom this Saturday. Not a problem. Not a problem. We got a
Yeah.
special guest coming this Saturday too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Houses are disjointed, but you can teach one, each one teach one to help them understand what wealth is and how to accomplish it. Listen, there's
Agreed.
more work. There's more work for folks to get out there in the streets and do.
Agreed.
The work is outside.
That's right. Tell him, Ryan. Don't hate the art. Hate the artist. And Jimmy hates me.
No, that's BS. It's nothing but love, beloved. It's the Bill Cosby educator approach to making it work. Yeah, each one teach one.
Is that Bill? I thought that was a nation.
Well, I mean, that actually I think goes even before then. Each one teach one has been around for
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the good book.
Dina.
I was in a YouTube rabbit hole earlier. I was in a YouTube rabbit hole earlier, and it was a personal finance, as a matter of fact. And the guy was just going on this other guy because it was a pastor. He was talking about how pastors shouldn't have money, and the pastor was clapping back at him. Was like, "Where's it say that?" And then he went into this whole tirade about how Job had all the bread, and I was like, "Oh, Job did have a couple dollars." Like, well, Job had
Job did
cattle.
have a lot of money.
I'm not a Bible scholar at all, but I do remember
Some people
Job
say
having all that
Jesus as well.
cattle.
Some people say Jesus was a millionaire as well.
I ain't never heard that before.
Oh, your boy Bar was saying it the other day.
Jabbar said that.
But I mean, I've heard other people say it too.
I've never heard that one before.
Yep. All right. So Dina says, I started listening to the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Corey recommended that last week. Been enjoying it.
While at work.
While at work, sorry. Yeah.
Nice. That's a classic book. Classic text.
All right. Ryan says, LOL, it's okay. It is a whole different conversation.
He's talking about the Catholics. When he's talking about the Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Archdiocese owns the most amount of property in the country.
Hey, listen, there's a book.
That's a fact.
There's an excellent book called God's Banker, which is one of the more nefarious books I've ever read. But it's about them not necessarily being a religious institution, but being a front for what's a bank. Well, it's called God's Banker.
They're their own government, though, also. So that's a whole other thing in itself, too.
Government, government. They politic themselves.
They're their own government.
I just want to leave the Jay-Z bar off, that's all.
All right, Nicole says, so let me back up. Robin says, reading, reading. Yes, I think that's the most important thing because there's too many illiterate people out here right now. All right, Nicole says, I could probably come back on August 2nd. All right.
Hey, we will be there. We will be there.
You want to give out some samples of honey?
Did you realize it was necessary to teach at church? No one was doing that back then.
Correct. But they've always done that, or generally speaking, because they want to teach their history, they want to teach their culture. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. All right, Ryan says, reading, writing, and arithmetic, Sir William Curtis. I don't know what that is, sir. Give us a clue. Give us a lifeline, please.
I believe he's talking about it like being a core part of what is taught in the this public school system.
But now he's saying he invented it, though. So he's saying William Curtis invented reading, writing, and arithmetic.
No, not the idea of reading, writing, but that being the core part of what you put in the public school system.
Oh, okay.
Not that he invented writing itself.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Yeah, he invented what they call the 3 R's.
Got you. All right, Robert says they understood the sense and direction of community.
So here it says the phrase is sometimes attributed to a speech given by Sir William Curtis in 1807, which he called it the 3 R's.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Mercedes says, I love Jimmy, certain people.
Yeah, love you too, Miss Edie. Appreciate that.
All right, Andy says people who dropped out of college and become wealthy still had to get financial literacy education, point blank. Yes, that's a fact. However, a lot of people that drop out be broke as hell, y'all. All right, what's more? The mayonnaise sandwich. Yeah. Listen, man, shout out to the mayonnaise sandwich. They clowned me last week for sharing my humble upbringings.
No, you listen, it's not about having a humble upbringing. It's about specifically mayonnaise sandwiches being disgusting. That's all.
Okay, listen.
And
that's
by the way, like, Jim Rome always says, don't let college get in the way of your education, right? You know, because some people, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree to this, right? I have friends that have graduated college. They got more degrees than the thermometer, went to Ivy League schools, and they are dumb as a doorknob. So, you know, the thing about college, though, college is really a tolerance test. My personal opinion. Not my backyard.
Oh, that's what NIMBY is? Okay.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Get with it. Get with it.
Thank you for the save, Jim. Thank you for the save. All right. That is a guy who invented the school system, John D. Rockefeller, that proves how crazy corrupt the school system is.
I've read about that before, William Curtis, right? So William Curtis was one of the flunkies of the Rockefeller family, and allegedly that John D. Rockefeller had a lot to do with our school system, because it was to get more workers, right? So we created a certain system that we put in place. There's several books on it. A lot of them people can call them conspiracy theory books, but you know, I do travel in the conspiracy theory sometimes.
We know. All right, Robert says if they don't know and don't care because they are surviving is why you will have difficulty educating the home before the children.
Either they don't know or they don't show. Whoa, let me take him back out. Either they don't know or they don't show.
Don't care about the hood.
Okay, you caught it. All right, cool.
Oh, of course I did. I catch them all. Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
No, not gonna say nothing, beloved. You got it.
Okay. All right, Ryan says I couldn't think of that clown's name. He was like the first billionaire ever. Dan invented a school system for all of us minnows to go through. Okay. All right. Most people don't have the tenacity to become millionaires. I would agree.
I would say it's patience.
Well, but that's part of tenacity, though, right?
Part.
Dina says when you are surrounded by people poor, very few are financially literate. Most time you got to get around people who are financially astute. I agree. And it's funny because just because you have money does not mean you are financially literate. They're not the same. They are not the same.
That's a great point.
All right. Thanks. Your art looks good too. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Jimmy's going to be jealous.
I'm not jealous. What am I jealous for?
Because my art's better than yours. All right. Robin says you show them by whatever hustle they currently do. I ain't mad at that. Jesus was not broke.
I don't know what Jesus' financial situation was. Like, you know, who did he bank with?
All right. Ryan says Joe was part of the Old Testament. He was a billionaire of his time.
All right. So Job had a couple dollars.
I mean, Job, Solomon, there's a lot of rich folks in the Bible.
Who had more bread, Job or Solomon?
I would say Solomon.
We're going to have a versus, Job versus Solomon. Who had more?
Listen, man, I wouldn't want to trade with Solomon, man. Like, there was some trials and tribulations for your
Yo, for all my biblical scholars out there, who had more paper, Job or Solomon?
All right, so Robin says he was a carpenter and also was paid by others for the miracles. All right, and it says Creflo Dollar said that Jesus was rich. Oh, boy. And he was popping bottles, allegedly. Based on the book about the Catholic Church is the reason why I like Godfather 3.
Yo, Anthony, Godfather 3, that was
the worst one.
No, see, that's the problem. It's underrated because people don't get it. That was the Immobiliare joint. That was all about family business. That was
It's still the
that.
worst one.
It's
It's
not the
worst
worst one.
acting, worst.
People say it's the worst one because it doesn't have all the mafioso aspects of it. Because he's in a damn near legit business at this point.
What do you mean? Got murked on the goddamn church steps. It was
I said
mafioso.
all of it. Still got to be a little bit. It's still the Godfather, but
Vincent stepped in. They
it's
had
the
the
furthest
helicopter
removed,
shoot
man.
up.
It's the Immobiliare. By the
No,
way,
but
by the
they
way,
had
by
the
the way. I just want to
helicopter.
say this.
Hold on. They had the helicopters and AC. It was very bombed out. Go ahead.
I just want to say that Raekwon has an amazing album, which is inspired by that The Godfather 3, and his album is actually called Immobiliare. It is pretty fire. So I just want to put that out there.
Nicole, I was joking, by the way. I can give out samples. Have to check if I have small drawers. Are you guys still looking to discuss AI with the kids?
Yeah, we're going to bring it up probably over the next 3 weeks, a little bit here and there.
Yeah, and I know you said the 26th. I think we have somebody coming, but we can always make time. We can always make room.
We always going to make room for guest speakers, man. We want to
Yep.
expose them to as many fire folks as possible.
Exactly.
Yes, Robin. Mayo sandwiches. I think Camari still enjoys them.
The slander of it all. Listen, man, y'all can make fun of my horrid upcoming because I was poorer than Jimmy. It's okay.
Whoa.
I didn't live in the big
Whoa.
I was born to a 2-parent household. They
I don't.
split. I was a latchkey kid. I had to eat mayonnaise sandwiches, man.
Listen, I don't participate in trauma Olympics, man.
It's not trauma Olympics. This is my story. This is real. Not Olympics. It's not a race. I don't want a medal. All right, Miss Edie says, I love the mayonnaise conversation last week. My favorite as a poor kid. Anthony says, Miracle Whip sandwiches were clunky back in the day.
Clunky? He says clutch. Man, where your glasses at?
I do need my glasses. You heard my doctor say that, right? Said I need to go see her. We were at the memorial service for Tracy, and our doctor was there.
Shout to the Dr. A, man. Dr. A is a legend.
Dr. Archima.
Call it Dr. A, man. I don't want to mess with him, so I say Dr. A.
That's why I keep saying it, so you can learn it.
He is a legend, man. We love Dr. A.
Right,
College was created to funnel people through to see if they can sustain and become business owners or doctors or lawyers.
Which college? Because there's been colleges for eons. So colleges in the American system, or because colleges were a place for higher learning, just for the hell of it. All right, you know what, Jimmy, you read because I can't see.
Thank you to get more workers, normal people that can do normal, boring jobs. Yeah, talking about college being set up to get more workers, like funnel people through a specific system, not just college, but the entire educational system.
I mean, but can we talk about that though? Because how many millionaires came out of college and they made a choice about that? And if you survey the amount of millionaires they are, disproportionately, they are college graduates versus dropouts.
Well, yeah, because the thing about college, and I went to multiple colleges. The thing about college is
that was a flex show.
No, that's not a flaw. It's just a fact.
That's a flex. That's a flex.
It's not a flex either.
I was saluting you, brother.
No, but you make connections.
You can. It's funny. So I didn't have the typical high school experience. So I made some connections, but I didn't make as many as I should have. Again, stuff going on in life.
Here's some data for you, right?
Okay.
88% of millionaires have a college degree.
88.
And 52% have a master's degree. So, that's why, it's funny, right? Because, this whole argument about college. Now, I think that the way we approach college definitely should be looked at. But just overarching saying we shouldn't send our kids to college to me is wild. Because we seem to be the only community like yelling that from the top of our lungs. But the data shows that 88% of all millionaires have a college degree. That includes Camari.
88 was a great year. Does anybody know why 88 was a great year? Throw it in the chat.
Big Daddy Kane, Rakim.
The greatest year of hip hop.
I'll drop the album in that year. I didn't know that's what you were talking about, but I was going to put
that's what I was talking about.
Okay, that's what you were talking about. Okay, yeah.
Of course it is. All right,
Yeah.
hold on. I got minced around. Here we go. Jimmy, you're supposed to be reading for me, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So
I
it says
can't see.
unrelated.
I'm blind.
Unrelated to mayo, but as a millennial, I recently got clowned for not knowing what government cheese is. That used to be a thing. My friend said it came in a big block. Government cheese was the greatest cheese. I used to buy it.
And it's still a thing.
Listen, I used to buy it off the streets when certain folks got their, you know what I mean? I need that. It was the greatest.
That was back when they had food stamps and not EBT cards.
Listen. I used to go to Moons and Morton Top of Hocking with the full book. They're like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Give me $1 hoagie to start, like in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sue used to go to the back, give me the $1 hoagie. You already know. Mr. G's chips. But I digress. Solomon definitely had more money. Job had a wonderful family, though. Then they were killed in his house or temple. Damn.
Yep. Slaughtered.
Damn. R.I.P. to Job's family, man. I need someone to create, like, and I know someone's gonna tell me about the movie, the show that came on with Jesus. I need someone to create a Bible and something that's palatable for me to watch. So Anthony says facts.
Somebody recommended that I read the Bible. They like my voice. They said I should do it. I thought about it.
You just want to tell us that somebody liked your voice. That's all that was. Anyway, Anthony says, Jimmy, Godfather 3 taught us a valuable lesson about how many captains of industry had nefarious beginnings. It absolutely did. And there's also something baked into that, right? Historically speaking, a lot of captains of industry had nefarious beginnings, but only certain people were allowed to kind of, change their family's trajectory and move into a different space. When other folks tried that, it was kind of frowned down upon and not allowed to happen in that way. And people are still held accountable for things that have happened in the past and are not able to move forward in that way. So The Godfather 3 had a lot of valuable lessons in it. Very powerful movie. It's just that it's The Godfather 3, so it's always compared to 1 and 2. So I think that's the issue. If The Godfather 3 came out, was looked at in a vacuum, I don't think it's as bad as people say.
Okay, so I'll say this, just piggybacking off of Ryan's comment. Joe Kennedy damn near created the stock market crash, and they came and made him the chair of the SEC in 1932 or 33.
Yo, his scamming. I knew about his bootlegging. When you get into some of the stuff he did on Wall Street, first of all, half of the rules that are in place is because he was running the play. He was the original run the play man.
Yep.
He was the original run the play man. Joe Kennedy was out of control. Like he literally ran one play where he would like force people to put out news and just basically crash his stock because he had it going one way. Like he invented insider trading.
Pump and dump.
He invented pump and dump. He invented insider trading. And to Camari's right. So they knew about this and they was like, well, let's just make him the head. We want to create the SEC to stop people. Who better to hire than the guy that we need to stop?
All right, Nicole, we'll see you in a second.
Let's get it.
All right, Ryan says, yes, Robin, that's somewhat true. I was learning in these segments. Okay.
Oh, good. Thank you for that.
Speaking of college, the miseducation of the Negro should be required reading and of course in high school. I agree with that.
Carter G.
I agree. Listen, you read that book. That book was written in either 33 or 38. But the stuff they talk about in that book is still relevant and happening right now.
Yo, to join our investment club, you have to write a paragraph about the book. That's either here or there. The other part is I think the miseducation of Lauryn Hill should be required listening before, in high school. So
Mr. Lawrence, he says, I barely graduated. The military was the hack for me. All right.
Shout out to the military. It's funny because Don, that's Don's whole that's what Don preaches the word about the military. And it's funny because I was thinking about this. I was having this conversation with my wife about how many people I know that have a level of success in different aspects of life. And a lot of them are military folks.
That discipline. They taught that discipline.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people that have success in business, success in engineering, success in all kinds of walks of life. And they have that one thing in common. One of the best attorneys I know before he actually went to college and law school, he got it all paid for by going to the military.
And listen, I could never promote military just because of my political beliefs. However, it's undenying. It's not. You can't deny the outcome when people do it right. You
Yeah,
can't deny it.
yeah.
Now Corey over here bugging. I'll take 1995 as the greatest year in hip hop, and that's only because the Infamous came out that year.
Corey, I actually sent you a joint. And I think I sent it to you on IG. When Pusha T was going off about the Infamous 95 though.
That's rough.
So it's another 90s year that was it
94,
97?
95, 96.
I think it's 97.
Yeah.
1997 is the year that had all kinds of wild stuff.
And I think X dropped at either 97 or 98. Like the year X dropped, that was crazy too. All right, Ryan says, yo, I'm also trying to say we need normal people. I wasn't made to be a billionaire neither. We're near most of us are. Jimmy, why aren't you reading this? Everybody
So
can't be walking around
I thought you
with
wanted
stuff.
to.
I mean, I want to, but I should not today. I'm tired.
Okay, I got you. So, yo, I was trying to read it for you. I'm also trying to say we need normal people. I wasn't made to be a billionaire. Neither were most of us. Everyone can't be walking around rich as hell. Ryan, that's a great conversation. And here's another fact of the matter, right? I laugh at this sometimes when I'm online and I see people like defending billionaires. And then when you talk to them, it's because a lot of people in their head feel like they can be a billionaire. And a lot of us are delusional. I be talking to people that's like in their mid 30s and 40s who still think they're going to the league. It's like, dude, like let it go. Like, and to your point, it's okay, right? Like, the thing about living a quality life.
Are you saying I can't be a billionaire? I can't hit Powerball and become a billionaire?
You can listen. Possibly you can if you want to be. If you want to be a billionaire, you can be a billionaire.
Don't squat on
But I think the other point about this, Ryan, is like a lot of us, that is not what we aspire to do. You know, I don't aspire personally to be a billionaire because if I could never be a billionaire. I've said this on the show several times because I get to a certain point, I'm going to be giving so much away that I'll never cross that threshold.
I could be a billionaire.
I couldn't, but I don't aspire to be that either.
I would do what Buffett and what Gates are doing. They're giving all the money back. So I could be a billionaire.
What is that? Pillaging the farmland and giving out.
Sure, you could say that, but they still got it. But here's a question. In the book franchise, who recommended that book? Do you know who?
I think franchise was recommended by Rich.
Rich or Don Johnson, one of them.
No, Rich recommended franchise. Don recommended Black Capitalist, and Don recommended something else. But Rich recommended franchise.
So shout out to Rich.
Rich sent me another book the other day too. I'm gonna put it out there because Rich sent me this book. Actually, yesterday he told me he put me down with another book. I'm gonna tell you what it's called. It's called.
But there's a quote in franchise by Ralph Abernathy. If y'all don't know who Ralph Abernathy is, Ralph Abernathy was MLK's right-hand man. And during that time period, he said, we don't need more millionaires. We need more 100,000-aires. And I think that's a great point because that's pointing to the overall increase in standard of care, standard of quality, overall wealth.
Man.
You know, a lot of people are worrying about being billionaires and millionaires, but just start with being a couple 100,000-aires.
Listen, I hear you, but Terrence Thornton said you can't be a 20-year thousandaire. So, you know.
Listen, that was for Jim Jones, but no, that was for Jimmy.
whole bunch of browser theirs, man. Shout out to Terrence Thornton, man. Push it, Terrence. But no, so he sent me this book by Donald Bogle. It's called Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks.
What's it called?
That's the name of the book. The name of the book is called Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks.
Oh man.
It's the history of blacks in American film. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's on Audible.
I added it to my list. I didn't look to see whether it was Kindle, Audible, or physical, but he sent me that book, so this is, to take a look at it. So I told him to add it to my list. Shout out to everybody who always sends us book recommendations. You know we love a good book recommendation.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's the nerd in us. We can't help it though. We can't help it. All right, so this is what I got here. Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks.
That's what I said.
Oh, you said Mammies?
Yeah, I was reading from the cover of the book when I read it. Yeah.
That's wild though. That's That's
But when you read the subtitle, you understand why it's called that, right? An interpretive history of blacks in American films.
okay.
I mean, why did Denzel have to be crooked before he took it? So anyway,
Okay. I mean, I'm with it. I'm with it. Anybody else want to read that with us?
listen. By the way, Jarrell has volunteered to create our book club. I'm supposed to be getting back with Jarrell because we had to come up with some sort of like structure or idea of how I'm gonna put Queen Shuri on this to find us a structure of our book club. But Jarrell's going to run it for us. College is great, but too many young black men are not prepared for the next level.
That's
This
true.
is why
I know I
I
was
am
prepared when I went to college.
I'm a huge proponent of community college. I think community college is one of the more underrated and underutilized things that, specifically in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Community College is amazing.
I went to
Um,
Philadelphia Community College and I wasn't ready in community college. So
yeah, so that
I'm
means
proud of
because you got all kinds of other issues. You was chasing skirts, but
oh, man. I'm just a product of the Philadelphia public school system. That's all.
you still chasing skirts. That was your issue.
Now
But
that
but I am a proponent of community college, and I think a lot of us should use that. But again, there have to be other methods as well. That's why I said it's not about college itself; it's about how we approach college. Because even the community, right? Community has programs where you could take your first 2 years there, then go to a 4 year college, right? And all your credits transfer, and it saves you so much money in doing that. They have the programs already set up.
all right, some city says government cheese 1980s. Yes. Jigga says I have a $65 book of food stamps.
You selling them? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's illegal. I shouldn't say that.
Oh man.
Nicole says the military is a hack for my younger son. He barely made it out of high school.
Listen, when it works, it works.
Welfare cheese was a dairy subsidy to Kraft. Government bought a surplus of 580 million pounds in the 70s and 80s. That's the conspiracy book I need to read. How Kraft got paid on that.
Listen, man, corporate welfare is worse than entitlement programs.
No one has that conversation, right? We want to
Nope.
talk about like the welfare lady and people getting over with subsidies, but corporate subsidies are out of control. Lawrence says most people want to spend $1 billion. They don't know what it takes to be a billionaire.
Oh, that's a bar.
So I got a whole different thought. I think that most people don't even want to spend $1 billion. Most people just want to look like they have $1 billion. Most people don't even want money. Most people just want to make it goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Most people just, is really about the feeling of being wanted. How do I feel wanted? By having some bread. To me, that's what it really boils down to. Most people don't even want money. They just want to feel like they want to look like they have money. Anthony says, after watching Billions, I realized that I had second thoughts about being a billionaire, but I do want millions. Yeah, Camari got a couple million, so he can tell you what it feels like.
No,
Where did you read 80% of millionaires have degrees and they finish my degree? I read it in multiple places. If you Google it, you see a number of studies that come up, and all the studies are 80% or above. The highest I saw was 88%, but there's a number of studies that go into that. In fact, they talk about that in The Millionaire Next Door.
Great book.
I'll read it with you guys. Nice. Let's get it.
All right.
Book club soon come. Oh, yes. We are very delusional people. Yeah, we are.
I mean, most of the problem is we worship celebrity way too much.
I was on Twitter last night when I saw Nicki Minaj just straight go crazy on SZA. And I was trying to look up some other stuff, but that's all that crossed my timeline. And then to watch like the one fans and other fans go at it was wild. I'm like, yo, y'all don't even know these people, but we are completely obsessed with celebrity.
But at this point, Nicki Minaj is like Jim Jones. She be trolling for attention, man. And it's sickening. It's sickening.
Nicole, since I graduated from Philadelphia Community College, is a cheat code. Cheat code. By the way, everybody out there, go get you a supplement bottle, yo. Supplement is our sponsor, and I want to salute Supplement. GetSupplement.com is the website. This is a quality. It's the top bottle in the world, Joe. And it's funny because I did a test with this versus, I'll put their name out there, I don't care, a Contigo bottle. Far superior to the Contigo bottles. You know what I'm saying? Far superior to the Yetis. Get you a Get Supplement. Get you a black one. Black bottles forever, white bottles never. So Get Supplement, right? You know what I'm saying? Come on, make sure you show that. Get Supplement is the actual website. You go to support our sponsor. Shout out to Supplement for supporting the Black Wealth Rebels. You dig?
I mean, I don't know if y'all caught that slander. I'm just saying, because I have a supplement bottle as well. But if y'all know, y'all know. If you know, you know. All right, so where are we at here? Man, y'all are flooding the chat. All right, so
We love it. We love it. We love it. I have that book, Tom's. It was recommended by Godfrey the comedian when we started the reading. Oh, okay.
shout out to Godfrey, man. Godfrey be getting at it, and he always stays on point culturally, so I appreciate him.
Shout out to Godfrey. Yo, Godfrey, I seen him on Gas Digital Network. He's funny and a likable guy. Shout out to Godfrey. The math don't add up for millionaires. Only 2% of millionaires in the U.S. are liquid. Only 8% have an actual net worth. The majority are over 55.
So what's wrong being over at 55?
But here's the thing about that, right? So the thing about it is that's why I think it's more about the journey than the destination, because the discipline that it takes to save and invest, and if you can impart that to the next generation, everybody should be building on something else. None of us should be starting from zero at this point. 80% sounds like a right number. That leaves the other 20 to not go through high school or anything. The problem is you gotta know where you're gonna be. You don't know where you're gonna be. Listen, when my one private industry job that I had, I was like surrounded by millionaires, and that's when I really realized, like, yo, and by the way, was working for Johnson and Johnson, at the McNeil pharmaceutical facility in Flourtown.
Washington. Okay.
Yep, yep. And there were so many millionaires around me who just like got stock, and they would show me their statements and all that, and that was like a real learning thing for me rather, going through that process is like, yo, because I used to tell them like I'm trying to do this real estate deal, and they used to look at me like I was crazy, like, yo, that's stupid. Just get company stock. You know what I'm saying? And then they would just go to work. And the funniest thing about it is, I also realized by going through that experience is the difference that corporate culture makes when you share equity, because folks will like really be about their job because they're like, yo, this is our company. They felt like, listen, if I got several thousand shares of a company, I'm coming to work a little bit different if I don't have any equity.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Folks actually cared about their job because they felt like they owned the company. And there were folks there with like, 7,000, 8,000 shares of company stock that have been there for years. And it was like, they really took it serious.
I mean, I've had a similar experience when I worked at Verizon, aka AT&T. Well, excuse me, AT&T Bell Atlantic. But yeah, all of them were millionaires. They would work mad overtime, and when it was a strike, they didn't care because they were management. They were like, "You don't care.
Yeah.
We will get more stock options."
No, it was an interesting experience though, and also that too, when they see them options and they be like waiting to get to a certain year because those options were vest and they were able to take advantage of it. Yeah, it was wild, yo. It was wild. So Lauren says Nicki Minaj is the final cartoon villain for every black female artist.
That's hilarious. It's sad. It's sad though.
Folks better take Charlie Munger and Abernathy's advice and focus on getting to that first 100K. Most folks wouldn't even know how to manage, invest, or shelter their first meal. Thomas Sankara speaks in Women's Liberation and the African Freedom Struggle are the two books I'm reading now. I'm in my African Revolution bag.
There we go. There we go.
All right, Corey about to come out the crib like angry. That's why I need that specific book. If anybody can help me find that book, by the way, I'm gonna put the book out there again. Did you find the cover for the book? Did you share that already, Kamari?
No, but I had it.
It's called Strategy and Tactics of the Revolution, and the author is Ahmad Sekou Toure. I've been looking for this book for the last couple of days, and all I found was a $500 copy. We ain't paying $500. We ain't paying a $5, in the words of Martin Payne. So, can someone find it? Not the Amazon $500 version.
It's funny. I found a couple of different covers. One John was like Russian.
Yeah, but one you gotta be careful too, because there's another book that someone like basically piggybacked on the name of that book, but it's not the Ma Sekou Toure book.
Gotcha. So this is the cover. Here, I'll share it real quick. I gotta blow the screen up though a little bit. Tell me if y'all can see that. All right. Can you see that, Jim?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's not the right book though, is it? That's the author's name, but I don't know if that's the right book.
That's what I saw. That's what it came. This is Amazon, so you know it could be janky.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right
book.
It's
$83 on Kindle. So
but that's the wrong book, dog. I'm saying the book I saw was $5 and some change.
No, I saw that one too. All right, so you are correct, sir. I will go back. All right, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, if anybody knows like any sort of bookstore, they know, because I know some of y'all be having the connections online with thrift books and all that. All right, let's get back to the comments so we can get out of here soon.
Yeah, Jimmy got a nice piece of beef he got to get to.
Hey, yo, come on.
Did I lie? All right, Jigga says nothing wrong, Camari. It's just people say it as a matter of hopium versus putting in the work of time to attain. Right. Sounds like Chucks who wants a man with worth chicks. Or it sounds like chicks who want a man worth 250. No, they only want a man worth 250. They want a man that makes 250K.
What percentage of African Americans make $100,000?
Great question.
Do you know the answer to that?
It's low. I think it's less than 5%.
I'm gonna tell you in a second. I want to make sure I got the, because I was looking at this before, but I want to make sure I got the newest data. It is.
All right, so Anthony says Nicki Minaj should not say that much because of her husband and her support of her older brother. If you know, you know. Yep.
Speaking of our early conversation, here's the data for you. Only 6% of Black adults make more than 100,000. That includes women and men.
So I was close. I said 5.
Now, how about this though?
That's wild though. That's wild.
Here's how about this statistic? With at least a bachelor's degree, it jumps to 16%. Now, it's still not high, but the fact of the matter is more than double.
That's a 60% increase.
Yeah. It almost triples, but you know.
So Nicole, that's the website you go to, get the supplement?
Yes, that's the website. It's the greatest bottle you'll ever try though. And it's a Black-owned company. We support them and they support us. So salute to Get Supplement. Is the name of the water bottle company? Yes, Supplement. That's it. Go to getsupplement.com. Make sure you go to getsupplement.com. A lot of teachers end up millionaires with pensions.
That's fact.
Yes.
And they're 403B.
Yes, or 457. Corey said he'll also take a PDF of the book if anybody can find a PDF.
He's willing to pay a ransom.
Yeah, Jarrell. Camari's wilding right there, man. He's wilding.
Come on, Jarrell. Come on, bro. I thought
he is wilding, man. Listen, what we talking about this Friday, bro?
Listen, I got a couple things we're going to talk about on Friday.
Uh-oh. Jarrell says, I have a few sites you can check. Can I put them here? Jarrell, do me a favor. Put them in, shoot them to me in the village, right? The reason I say this is because once the stream goes down, I want to make sure I can get them to Corey or I can check them myself. So if you don't mind, you can inbox me in the village and give me them sites. You know what I'm saying? I want to check them out, though. But with that being said, though, we got some stuff we got to talk about Friday. This Saturday, camp is week 3. This week is all about the stock market, right? It's all about the stock market. So we're going to have fun talking about the stock market, data, and brands. It's like all part of one big lecture. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. By the way, Kamar, you saw my video. I did a class this past week for some professionals talking about real estate modeling. You know what I'm saying? Mixed in with some clips bars because, you know.
So you're so goofy.
I've been listening to that guy sort them out like since the release date to the point where when I was giving my lecture, it just, you know, that's what happens, man. So that's my new wave right now, man. I can get some clips bars in, man.
All right, so for everybody in the chat, Is anybody listening to the Clips album? If so, what do you think about it?
By the way, my
rate
new
it?
my new song today, right? Because it changes day to day, right? Is So Far Away. Like that's my current favorite, right? It went from POV to So Far Away, man. So that's my current vibe. Over the
Okay.
weekend it was Mike Tyson punch to the face. Like, so I say that to say
I
I'm
don't
loving
really
the
like that
album.
one that much.
I do. I
Yeah, I get it.
do. I mean, you like EBITDA. I should have known that. You're an accountant. I get it.
10 times, baby. 10 times.
I get it. Charlie Munger says EBITDA is complete poppycock.
I mean, it is to a certain degree because what does EBITDA stands for? Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. So depreciation and amortization are non-cash related expenses. So, it's a way to play with the money. It's funny
Yeah.
money.
Yes. That's basically what he said.
Yeah. It's a way to play with the money. So I get it. All right, so Corey says FICA is his current favorite today.
Yo, Malice leaves Planet Earth on FICO. So
Listen,
the Stove Guy. Stove Guy was wilding on there.
Malice was getting busy on all of it though. I appreciate Malice. I mean, again, he left the game for a while and came back, and he definitely submitted that he is the ball. He's the ball.
I think the most beautiful thing about the whole thing with the run, the whole nine, is like the brotherhood of it all.
Yep.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like, and also seeing how, like, Pusha Terrence, like, just reverts to being a little brother. Like, because again, we've seen him the last couple of years by himself. But once Big Bro come back, it's clearly that's his big brother, right? It's clearly love there. So I think that
And
is kind
he
of like,
says it's actually easier for him. And Malice, again, to your point, right? Malice was like, it was hard for him to watch his brother being embroiled in basically a lot of the bullshit. Like a lot of the bullshit with Kanye.
no, it is easier. I'm pretty sure it's easier for you having a talent like me to help you with the content, right? So I
Nah,
get it.
but there's love with them. You just want to slander me all the time. So,
I show you nothing but love. I came on today's show and called you a legend in front of the world, and you took that as slander.
Yes, because I know there's always an angle with you, sir.
There's no angle. I was showing love to my
Nah,
brother. I said, Camari, you are a Philadelphia legend.
nah, not at all. That's
Even
not
though
even.
you live in the suburbs, you are still a Philadelphia legend.
There we go. But you see, I'm getting trash dumped on my property just like everybody else.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean what I'm talking about? You saw the video.
Are you talking about your commercial property you own?
And my other non-commercial property that I own as well. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you look at I see little, go ahead, little
Listen,
stuff.
I'm trying to figure that out, man. I don't know if I want to be a real estate investor, but at the same time, I am a little behind on my retirement. And so I'm thinking like that's one of the easiest ways with some leverage to potentially get that up.
I mean,
my retirement, that is. But I don't want no tenants. I don't want any more taxes. I don't want no termites. I definitely don't want no toilets. So, I'm wondering about that.
nah, man. Real estate is a tough business, but it's a beautiful business, man. But it's so many ways to make money in real estate, man. Just go get you some REITs, man. That's why they call me LA REIT, because I'm
But you
making
don't get the leverage.
Well, if you want to, you can.
It's not the same. It's not
Why
the
it's
same.
not? What's the difference?
The taxation is different. That's one.
Now that's true, but
Right.
taxation, but leverage is a little different.
And then two, so all right, FHA is what, 3.5% for a down payment?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if I get something for $200,000, which is probably damn near impossible.
Yeah,
these
but if
days,
you're not living in the property, you can't get FHA.
yeah, I live there. I'll live there.
And by the way, they're not playing with that these days either, man. Because
Oh, I
I've seen
know.
folks get in trouble. They will send investigators out on you. Like
I'll live there.
back in the day, that was one of them joints where everybody, I live there. Yeah, people was playing that game, and then they got tired of y'all. Y'all ran the play too many times.
Yeah. It's funny. I was at Navy Federal. I think, did I tell you, did we talk about that?
Yeah. The chick was saying they ain't playing with y'all no more, man.
They said it's not playing with them no more. But yeah, I mean, but all right, but so let's say a house for $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
I could put down about 15 grand. I could potentially generate anywhere from, let's say, $2,000 to $3,000, and this is simple math,
I
y'all.
get
I'm
you
not going through
spitballing.
it.
I get you spitballing, right?
Yeah,
But your
yeah,
cash flow is going to be like next to nothing. So, but here's the thing, though. If you take that same 15,000, right? Let's just say you take the same 15,000 and you buy a
right.
REIT, right?
So
You
we
have.
should do a show on this, by the way.
But here's the thing: you go have the same 15,000 in equity that you have with the property, right? So then it's like, which one is going to appreciate more, right? You do have the cash flow, but you still have the cash flow from the REITs without the expenses that come with that. See, a lot of times people like to when people
But
talk about real estate.
I have more control over the rent roll with the property I own versus the REITs, and
Yes, but you have, but
they're
here's the
going to
thing
get
about
$10
leverage.
because they are experts in the
Leverage works different ways, though, right? You're leveraging people power and people time, right?
field.
You're leveraging the top people in the industry in terms of property managers, in terms of acquisition, in terms of financing, in terms of buying things at scale. So your leverage is a different type of leverage.
All right,
See what
so
I'm
let me
saying?
ask the people: do y'all want us to do a show, physical real estate versus stock market REITs, and we actually go through and we break all this down, talk about it in real numbers?
Samuel Zell, right, who has a couple good books, but Samuel Zell, at the time he passed a couple years ago, was the wealthiest man in real estate in our entire country. And once he scaled to a certain point, he didn't believe in the physical. He's like, yo, I'm playing a paper game now, right? Because it's just easier to do, easier to scale, less headache. It's a lot more. But what I'm saying is that's the beautiful thing about real estate. There is no one way to skin a cat, right? You can make money the other way, but just understand what comes with that.
All right, so Miss Maui says, I watched the Pharrell and Clips listening party. Okay, the one in Paris.
Nice, nice.
All right, Robin says, hell yeah. She wants us to do that episode. All right,
Okay,
she's
let's get it. Let's get it.
the
Let's
only
get it.
one, though, so I guess everybody else doesn't really care. All right, Miss Maui says, that would be great. Sunday show, REIT versus real estate. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this Sunday, but I'm down to do it.
Okay.
All right, Jarrell says, please. I have a couple of reads. Okay. All right, we'll do it. Definitely do it. I mean, because Jimmy's a real estate owner, I'm now a real estate owner. I'm begrudgingly a real estate owner or investor. But again, like I said, I've been thinking about it because, Jimmy brought up Sam Zell, and everything he said is true. But the thing about Sam Zell was he did buy those bricks, which did help him leverage into the paper.
No, I get that. But again, you already had the bricks. So I'm telling you to run the same play.
No, I don't have Sam Zell brick money though.
No, most of the world don't have Sam Zell brick money.
I want Sam Zell brick money, Jimmy.
See,
I
you
want to be able
you
to
focusing on the wrong thing, man. You focusing on the wrong thing, man.
listen, man. I want to go back here. To Puerto Rico, buy me a spot, be on the beach.
I mean, you should want to be on the beach in the motherland, but I digress.
I want to do that too. I want to do both, but I got family here, so the airline flight is a little bit.
You got family in Puerto Rico?
Probably do. Listen.
Oh, I think you knew you got probably do.
Listen, all black people just stopped at a different stop. That's all, man.
Okay, I respect it.
The DR, the PR, Jamaica, all of it.
I respect it. But anyway, man.
But yeah, we can definitely get into that though.
No, we definitely can. My hand is itching. It's
that mean you better get some money, baby.
I was thinking about that. We as black folks, we superstitious. I must have got some chicken coming. But anyway, man. But
come drop that paper off.
The REIT versus real estate conversation is a great conversation, but I think that what's missing when a lot of people have it are the different aspects of leverage, right? Because people always say what you said, like I can leverage more. Well, what do you mean by leverage?
Okay.
But Juicy said, what do you mean by that?
I can buy for $1 and I can sell for $2.
Yeah, but what about leveraging people, right? It's a difference. It's a difference of like having to go out there and sell your own bricks versus having people that sell the bricks for you. You know what I'm saying? You sell them at wholesale. No, man.
Stop listening to the clips, man.
It's not even that. I ain't. It's not even that. It's this Jaquavis book.
All right, I like that affirmation. I'm a money magnet. Yeah, I need that.
Shout to the R&B legend Jalen Rain.
Jalen Rain is getting at it.
Yeah, Jalen Ray. I was just saying that because Jalen Ray is, hit me up on IG. So shout out to him, R&B legend.
All right, so to wrap up tonight, y'all, we talking about kids, the babies, getting financial education in the school or not, at home or not. Many feel we shouldn't do it in schools, we should do it at home. Many feel we should do it at home and not in the schools. I think y'all get what we saying. We just wanted to be culturally relevant, not irrelevant. And I think that's the problem that I have with this thing. Financial education, financial literacy, whichever way you want to go with it, whichever term you want to use, is important. It's super important. But the question is, are they really want to give the real story or not? Any other closing words, Jimmy?
Nah, man, listen, love each other. Thank you for all the support and love. Friday we'll be here. Saturday we'll be at the camp. Sunday we'll be here. So, join the village. If you're not in the village, please go to blackwealthrebels.com and join it. It's free to join. We got content we already shot. I'm just waiting for Camari to send me the thumbnail so we could drop it. But anyway, I say all that to say.
That's another form of slander, y'all.
Not slander. If you're in the village, you'll get it. We got 2 pieces of fire. One content is I would love to see the conversation that builds around this because, it's about I'll tell you what it's about. It's about the 5 biggest what's the title? Because I was gonna say oppressors, but you changed it.
Well, I did a couple of things to it, but I called the top 5 leaders of Black mass destruction.
Oh, top 5 leaders of Black mass destruction, right? So
but I got a couple of them. I got top 5 leaders you were never supposed to know about. I also have top 5 leaders. Oh, no, that's right. The top 5 hidden villains of history.
I like that one. Hidden villains, although some of them aren't really hidden. But anyway, that's an interesting conversation. Corey is very passionate in that video. We all got our
very.
But we know that should be dropping soon once Camari gives me the file. But anyway, I said to say, man, listen, the last thing I got is
why you slandering me, bro?
No slander, man. It's all love, man. Camari's a legend.
Why are you slandering me, man?
Oh, there we go.
I told you it's done, but it's cool. It's cool.
Anyway, so we'll be dropping that soon. If you're in the village, make sure you take a look at it. Make sure you give us feedback. Let us know what it is. But go to blackwealthrebels.com and join us. Blackwealthrebels.com. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Please stay safe out there. Pull up on us on Friday, and we'll see you then.
Later, y'all. Y'all be great.
Black Queen.